All right, we're going to take this pretty heavily into the hips today. We're going to take this toward Ekapada Galavasana, or the flying pigeon pose. And what we're working with here is going to be a lot of external rotation of the hips. So very much getting into the kind of stretch that you take when you come into half pigeon, usually toward the end of class. Now that's the one demonstration I have here before we begin. So what's going to happen once we get to the main part of the flow, every sequence we bring you to the front of the mat at the very end. I'm going to start this from a standing balance. And the first thing, of course, you got to worry about is actually balancing on one foot so you don't fall down on your face. So you're going to have your arms bound. You can always release the bind at any point if you need to, but you're going to keep your balance on one foot, lift the other leg, and move into this figure four. Bring the ankle past the thigh of your base foot, of your base leg. Whoop. Keep the knee to the side and keep the toes of your lifted foot curled, so keep that foot tense. Sink into the stance a little bit right away so the legs are pressing together. And you want to keep tension in the foot so the tension travels up the leg and any stretch goes into your outer hip. So really just be very aware of that and keep this active. Now again, your hands can be bound. If you can keep the bind, go ahead and work with that as best you can. You can release that at any point. But what I want you to do here, once your balance is actually secured, start to bend your base knee and fold down as much as you can over your lifted shin. And maybe you come down a little bit, maybe a lot. We'll hold the stretch. You should feel this in the outer hip. And then after we've held this for a few breaths, you're going to release this and take this toward the arm balance. Now, we're going to take it down regardless here and then go through the vinyasa from your arm balance. So if you can keep your legs crossed like this, go ahead, bring your fingertips down to the floor, and we'll take it toward Galavasana. And if your hips are really tight and that's just not going to happen for whatever reason, then at this point, go ahead and release the cross. You can bring both feet down to the floor, and you'll just take it to crow. So as usual, crow, both hands down, dig your fingertips on the floor, heels up, knees to your arms, lean forward, lift your feet together, bring the toes to touch, and bring your heels in close. And just work that as best you can. Now, if you're going to take this into Galavasana, the legs stay crossed. So when you come down, you got to set this up so you can get both palms down onto the floor so the hands are actually grounded. And work to keep that lifted shin high up on both arms. So target the armpits. What's going to happen is that leg is most likely going to slide down. So if you end up with a shin close to the elbows, there's really nowhere to go if your leg slides down. So give yourself some space to work with here. So you're going to set the hands down flat, bring that shin high up on the arms, dig your fingertips down, hips up high, head forward, bring your shoulders forward, and try to keep this relatively vertical so your butt stays high in the air. When you lean forward, see about lifting your base foot. And you can use that back leg to pull the front leg in, and that'll help you keep everything secured. And if you just want to hover the foot, that's fine. You can go back and forth, just lifting and lowering the foot up off the floor, just rocking back and forth. And if you're able to keep that lift and keep your foot hovering, see about bending the knee. You can pull the heel in toward your seat. This could be good enough. And if you're solid here, maybe take it further, and you can extend your leg up and back. And this is basically half pigeon, but you're doing it on two hands. Now, you hold things as best you can, and then whenever you're ready, you'll bring everything down, and we'll just move right into the vinyasa from there. So you can step it back, you can fly it back, whatever you like. Take the pose that works for you here. We'll be getting into that stretch pretty deeply. We'll be working a lot into the outer hip all the way through, so you're prepped as much as possible before we get to that pose. But if the arm balance with your legs crossed is too much, just go ahead and take crow, and there's nothing wrong with that, keep in mind. So just work things as best you can and see how far you're able to go with this. So to get started, let's go ahead and bring this in to an upright seat and take this into Baddha Konasana. So that's going to be soles, feet together, knees out wide. And as you set this up, just take a moment. Lift your hands up off the floor. See, you can actually sit up tall without too much extra effort. So pull into the belly around the low ribs, keep your core engaged. And use the tension of your core to tilt your pelvis forward. And if it's a lot of strain or a lot of effort to do that, slide your feet away from you. Make a longer diamond shape with your legs, and this should make things more accessible. But relax around the hips as best you can. Let your knees just settle down toward the floor. And then just bring your fingertips down to your sides just for some stability here, not really to press down too much. And then focus on holding that tension through your midsection to keep everything upright. So pulling through the belly, round the low ribs to sit up tall. Relax your shoulders down, keep your neck nice and long. Pull your chin in just a little bit. Keep the crown of the head reaching toward the ceiling. Keep your shoulders down. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing with this to begin. When you're ready, here, take a deep inhale. When you exhale, just open your eyes. And then just go slow with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center. Inhale, reach up high. And with the exhale this time, twist to the right side. Right hand to the floor behind, left arm outside the right thigh. Now sit up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your right shoulder. Keep your left arm pressing into your right leg. With an inhale, turn to center, reach up. And then with the exhale, twist the other way. Left hand down behind, right arm outside your left thigh. Again, sit up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look over your left shoulder. Keep your right arm pressing into your left leg here. With the next inhale, turn to center, reach up high. Now with the exhale, this time lean to the right. Bring the right hand down to your side. Stretch the left arm, right gaze up high. Pull your left shoulder back to stretch the left side long. And keep your left knee pressing down to the floor as you're leaning right. Take an inhale, bring it back up to center. And then with the exhale, lean to the left. Bring the left hand down, stretch your right arm left. Pull the right shoulder back, gaze up high here, and just hold. Try to keep that right knee pressing down toward the floor. Now at the next inhale, just sit upright, both hands behind. Lean back and take this into Lord of the Fishes. So bring the right heel outside your left hip. Left foot steps down outside your right thigh. Now get both sit bones down to the floor between your heels. You can also do this with the right leg extended and the left leg crossed over. But when you're ready, set the left hand down behind you. Inhale your right arm high. And then with the exhale, bring the right elbow down and move into your twist. Extend the crown of the head straight up toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. Use your right arm and press into your left leg and keep extending up as you're twisting. Keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just turn to center, hands behind. Lean back, uncross the legs and take it the other way. Left heel outside the right hip, right foot outside your left thigh, or left leg extended with the right leg crossed over. Set the right hand down behind. Inhale your left arm high. And with the exhale, move into the twist. Left elbow past your right thigh. Again, sit up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your right shoulder this time. Keep your left arm pressing into your right leg as you breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just turn back to center, hands behind. Lean back, uncross the legs, switch it out again. Right heel outside your left hip, left foot outside the right thigh. Now a little bit different this time, just to warm up the hips. Keep the right hand on the floor behind you. Bring your left hand to your right knee, lean to the right. And then press the left foot into the floor. Lift your hips up as high as you can. And then sink back down, back to your seat. Again, press into the floor and lift your hips up high. And then just bring it all back down. One more time. Press into the floor, lift your hips. Now stay lifted here. Maybe lift your right foot. You can bring that right knee in to touch your left leg. And then come all the way back down. Go ahead, lean back, hands behind. Reverse the cross. Left heel outside the right hip, right foot outside your left thigh this time. And then keep the left hand set behind you, right hand to your left knee. And again, up and down. Press into the floor, lift your hips up high. And then come all the way back down to your seat. Again, press into the floor, lift your hips up, and then bring it all back down. One more time, press into the floor, lift up, stay lifted, maybe pick up your left foot and touch that left knee to your right leg as you hold. And then come all the way back down. Now once you're down, lean back, uncross your legs, both feet to the floor in front of you. And then just go ahead and shake your legs out for a moment. We're going to set this up for reverse tabletop right away. So feet in front of you, about hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. Now palms down, fingertips forward. If you can always rotate out to the sides, whatever's better for your wrists. But just press down, lift your seat up off the floor. And let's take it straight up and down. With an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink this down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips. And then exhale, lower. Now inhale, press up one more time, hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezed and keep lifting. You can look forward, look up, or hang your head back. To take it further, press the feet and hands into the floor. Try to pull them toward each other. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it all back down. Now once you're down, take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. And then we're still going to use this setup here and take this further into the hips. Now, hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width, fingertips out to the sides, right and left. Go ahead, lift your seat up off the floor. And once you lift up, walk your feet in a little bit closer. Now, I take the figure 4 here. So just keep the right foot on the floor, bring the left ankle past your right thigh. Now, curl the toes left foot, keep the toes curled, keep that knee out to the side. And then just start pushing forward and back to feel that stretch in the outer left hip. Now, if you want to take it further or make it tighter, you can walk the hands further forward and just feel that in the outer left hip. Breathe with it here. And now stay lifted, and then we'll start to lift the hips and lower. Now, to do this, you're going to have to lift the right heel up off the floor. So keep the legs pressed together, but lift your right heel, press your knees forward as far as you can. Pull back in and bring the right heel down. Lift your heel, press the knees forward again. And then set the heel back down. One more time, lift your right heel, press your knees forward, hold here. Now maybe take it further. You can squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up even higher. Take an inhale. With the exhale, release the cross, both feet to the floor. Go ahead, sit this down for a moment. And you can shake your hands out a little bit. And then once you're ready, reset for the other side. So again, hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width, fingertips out to the sides. Lift your seat up off the floor. And then this time, you can walk the left foot in a little bit, but cross the right leg over the left. Bring the ankle past the thigh, knee to the side, the toes are curled. And then just feel this out here. Push forward and back and feel that stretch in the outer right hip this time. And if you want to take it deeper, you can always walk your hands in a little bit closer. Just take it to where you like. And then just come back into center and let's go up and down. So go ahead, lift your left heel, press your knees forward far as you can. Pull back in and bring the left heel down. Lift the heel, press your knees forward again. Pull back in and set the left foot flat. One more time, lift the heel, press the knees forward, hold here. And maybe lift your hips up higher and just stay lifted like this. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring it all back down. And once you're down, just take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. Now we'll take this into a reclining position, still working on the hips. So you're going to extend your left leg straight and keep the right foot on the floor. Come down onto your left forearm and bring the right hand in front of your chest. So you're going to be on your left hip. Now, the left leg's extended with the toes pointed out to the side. Keep the right foot flat on the floor. And then lean into this. Lift that left hip up as high as you can. And we're going to go back and forth lifting your left foot. So lift the foot up off the floor, touch the heel to your right knee. And then bring the foot back down. Left heel to right knee again. And then set the foot. Left heel to right knee. Bring the foot back down. Left heel to right knee again. And then set the foot. One more time, left heel to right knee, stay here. Now keep your hips up high, maybe reach your right arm past your head. Just breathe with this here for a moment. And then go ahead, bring everything back down. Once you're down, extend both legs, come to an upright seat, and then switch it out and come down onto your right side. Right leg extended, right forearm to the floor, bring the left hand in front of your chest. So you're on the right hip, toes of the right foot point out to the side, keep your left foot flat. Now press into the floor, lift the right hip up as high as you can, and then just focus on moving that right leg, right heel to your left knee, and then bring the foot back down. Heel to knee again, and set the foot. Right heel to left knee, bring the foot down. Right heel to left knee, and set the foot. Now heel to knee one more time. Stay lifted like this. Now try to lift your hips up higher. Maybe stretch long out through your left arm. Keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring everything down. Now once you're down, take it back to the other side. Extend your left leg and bend the right knee again. And then come down to the left forearm, right hand in front of your chest here on your left hip. But this time, step the right foot in front of your left leg. Now, this will definitely be different here, and you're not going to move quite as freely here, so be ready for that. So go ahead, lean into this, press into the floor, lift your left hip, and stay lifted. And then work on lifting that left leg as best you can. So lift the foot up off the floor for 1, and then set it down. Lift up for 2, set it down. Left foot up for 3, set it down again. Lift up for 4, and set it down. Now lift for 5, keep it lifted. Now you can set the foot down if you need to. Try to hold that. Maybe press your left leg into the right. But if you can take it further, pulse the left foot up higher on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. and then set everything down. Come back into center. Go ahead, check that leg out a little bit. And then take it on to the other side. So when you're ready, come down onto the right forearm. Your right leg extended, left knee bent, left hand in front of your chest. And stay on the right hip. Step your left foot in front of your right leg. And then lean to this. Pick the right hip up off the floor. Stay lifted. Now, as best you can, lift the right foot up off the floor. And then set it down. Lift for 2 and bring it down. Lift for 3. Set the foot down. Lift for 4 and set it down. Now lift for 5 and stay here. Now you can set it down if you need to. Maybe just press the right leg into the left or pulse the foot higher and bring it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring everything back down. Come back to a seat. Shake your legs out a little bit. And then once you're ready, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, come into all fours. And once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment, move around, stretch your hands, stretch your fingers with the shoulders and hips, move side to side a bit. And then go ahead, bring this into center. We're going to take this into the wrist. Now I want you to slide your hands in close. So your hips stay stacked over, and these hands stay shoulder width, but bring the hands in within 1 or 2 hands length of your knees. Now with the palms down, rotate your fingertips out to the side and in the direction of your feet. Set your hands flat, spread the fingers out wide, grip your mat. And then from here, bring your right knee into center and cross your legs. Bring the left knee behind the right. Now squeeze your legs together. Try to press the feet toward each other as well and start to feel this in the outer hips. And then as you grip in the floor with the fingers of both hands, just go ahead, sway your shoulders side to side. This could be good enough. But if you can take this further, go ahead, bend the elbows and bring your shoulders forward a little bit. And then pull back, try to lift your palms up off the floor, legs still squeezing. Again, shoulders forward, a little bend in the elbows. And then pull back. And keep going back and forth like this with the legs squeezing together. And just feel this out here. Keep your fingertips pressing to the floor the whole time. Now the next time you set your palms flat, just reverse the cross of your legs. Bring the left knee forward. And then right knee behind your left leg. Now squeeze the legs together. Try to bring the feet toward each other. And then again, shoulders forward, bend the elbows a little bit. And then pull your weight back and peel your palms up. And just keep moving forward and back like this. Keep your legs squeezing, keep your fingertips pressing down, and just work. This is stretches in a bunch of different places here. The next time you set your palms flat, uncross the legs. Now keep your hips stacked over the knees. Keep the hands closed. Come up onto the fingertips. And then flip your hands over. Backs of the hands down, palms up. The fingertips point toward you. Now spread your fingers out wide. Press the fingertips down. And if you need to bring the hands right in front of the knees, you can back off. But keep the hands tense like this. Now hold your arms straight. Just go ahead, sway your shoulders side to side. This might be a good enough stretch. Moving through the wrists and up into the forearms. And then if you want to take it further from here, keep your arms straight, come into center. And just combine this with your cow and cat breathing. So with an inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward, gaze up high. Exhale, round your spine and empty out. Inhale, drop your belly, open up. And then exhale, round and empty. And just keep moving back and forth like this at your own pace. Now work through the full length of your spine back and forth. But keep the hands tense with your fingertips pressing down as you move in. And then when you're ready, one more deep inhale for cow. And one more complete exhale for cat. And then just come back into center and release this. Come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels and take a moment to shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And then once the hands are ready, come back to all fours and we'll warm this up quite a bit more. Now, wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips here to start. Tuck the toes of both feet, hover your knees. And then press in your hands, sink down to your heels. And we'll go back and forth from here. So come forward, right foot outside your right hand. And then sink back down, back to the heels. Left foot outside your left hand. And then sink back down. Right foot up to the right again. And then come back down to your heels. Left foot up to your left side. And then sink back down. Now right foot outside the right hand, hold here. Now lift your right hand, pull your left leg through. We're going to up the challenge. And then pull back and come back down to your heels. And then left foot forward, pull the right leg through. And then pull back and sink this down, back and forth, right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back and sink this down, left foot forward, right leg through, and then pull back and sink back down. Right foot forward again, left leg through. pull back, and sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through, pull back, and sink down. Right foot forward, left leg through again, pull back, and sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through, and then pull back, sink down. One more round. Right foot forward, left leg through, pull back, and sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through, pull back, sink down. And then go ahead, come into center, set your knees down, and take a moment here to breathe. All right, and then before we move on to take it just a little bit further, a little bit more into the hips, press in your hands, tuck the toes of both feet, hover your knees again, and sink back to your heels. Now this time to take a cross step. Bring your right foot forward up to the left from underneath, and then drop your left knee down to the floor. And we're going to take this toward a baby Galavasana and work the figure forward. Just take it as far as you're able. Left hand to the right ankle. Bring that right ankle up onto your left thigh. Now keep the toes of the right foot curled, keep that knee out to the side. And if this is good enough, you can stay right here. Now, if you can take it further, both hands down to the floor. Legs are still crossed. Go ahead, tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee, and round yourself over your crossed legs. And you can just move around, and that might be good enough. Now, if you want to take it further toward baby Galavasana, this is going to be hard. I will warn you in advance. But if you want to make the attempt, walk the hands in closer. And you got to get both forearms down. Now, I'm going to recommend you bring the left forearm down first. And as you come down, hook the right foot around your left arm. Now, as you bring the right forearm down, bring the right knee toward the shoulder. Now, keep that leg crossed. Left leg presses the right leg forward. Lift your hips. And maybe lean forward enough to lift your left foot. Now, if you want to take it even further, this is not easy, but maybe extend that left leg up and back. And just take things to where you can. Go ahead, release this when you're ready. Come back to all fours. And I will warn you, this is actually a lot harder to do than the regular Galavasana on your hands. So let's take the other side. So from all fours, tuck the toes, hover your knees, and then sink back to your heels. And then again from here, left foot steps forward up and to the right. And then bring the right knee down. Now to cross the legs, use your right hand. Bring that left ankle up onto the right thigh. Keep the toes of the left foot curled. And you can always stay here. Otherwise, both hands down, toes of the right foot tucked. Lift the right knee, round yourself over your crossed legs. And then to take it further, walk your hands in close. And to take that baby Galavasana, this time bring the right forearm down first. Hook the left foot around your right arm. As the left arm comes down, bring that knee toward the shoulder. And try to keep your hips high. Lean forward to lift the right foot. Maybe take it further. Extend the right leg up and back if you want to move further still. And then go ahead, release whenever you're ready. And come back to all fours. And just give yourself a moment. Move around, breathe here. Now you can stay here and breathe, take another stretch before you move on, whatever you like. But when you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, hips up high, find your downward facing dog. And when you move into position, take a look at how you set this up. Now flatten your hands so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. Sink your chest down low to the floor. And as you sink your chest down, reach your hips up as high as you can toward the ceiling. Keep that long upward reach. Now draw in through the belly, around the low ribs. Use your core to help lengthen out your spine. And if your legs are tight, just go ahead and bend the knees and let that tension go. You can pedal out here and just keep your hips moving side to side. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose. Let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows and maybe shake this side to side to loosen even further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but then restack your spine. Slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last, and then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway. Fingertips to the floor to your shins. Lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. Let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. Resent the shoulders, palms. Press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that lift. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as your elbows bend. Now keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides. Lower with control. All the way down into your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And let's take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. With the exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and just stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in your upper body, press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, look forward. Squeeze your glutes. And use the tension along your spine. Lift this up a little bit higher. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, roll back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides. Press the palms to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and work to lift your knees up off the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes and pull the hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Now lift with the arms, but lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up high to down dog. Now pedal out. Let your hips move side to side. And let's take it to the sun salutation. See a steady movement. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward. Step or float to the front. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing. Reach your arms up high. With the exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturangas, next high plank to low. Now with an inhale, open up your chest. Lift your gaze up, dog or cobra. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips high to down dog. 2 more rounds. Keep it steady. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward. Step or float. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. And then exhale all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, hands to the floor, high plank the lows next. With an inhale, open up, pull forward. And then with the exhale, draw it all in and bring your hips back up. One last round, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. And then exhale all the way back down. Inhale, half lift here. And with the exhale, set the hands. Chaturanga. With an inhale, open up, pull forward. And then with the exhale, draw it all in. Bring your hips back up. Just find your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left, come into your scorpion dog. Now work the twist, stack your hips as best you can. And then with an inhale, straighten that right leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale forward, knee to right elbow. Now inhale the right leg high. Exhale forward, knee to right elbow one more time, stay forward like this. And then fall in triangle, extend the right leg out to your left side. Now press into both feet, drop your left heel, reach your left arm high, and stay lifted. Keep your hips pressed up toward the ceiling. Now this is good enough, but if you can take it further, bring the left arm behind your back, half bind, right arm stays straight, and then with the straight right arm, just sink down about halfway, and then press your hips back up. Let your hips sink down again, and then press up high. Sink the hips back down. Press up one more time, and maybe just hold this and lift the right foot up off the floor. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come to center. Left hand to the floor, right foot down between your hands, low lunge. Take it down lower, left knee down, left foot flat behind. Now when you're ready, open this up. Reach the arms up high and open up to your Anjaneyasana. Let your hips sink low to the front and just breathe here. And give me just a moment here. I have to adjust something. Now keep reaching up and back, gaze up high, sink your hips low to the front of the mat, and just feel all that length from the left knee through to your shoulders. And then as you hold this, bring the hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open, keep your gaze up high. And then just take this further, focusing on your right leg. So pressing your right foot, lean this further back, and then bend deep into your right knee, sink down and forward, still looking up. Press into your right foot, lean this further back. Bend deeper to the right knee, sink down and forward. One more time, press into your right foot, lean this further back, hold here. Now keep your left foot kicking down, keep your glutes engaged on the left side, shoulders pulled back. And then take it a little bit further, release the right hand. Reach down toward the left heel, look down the length of the right arm. Let your body twist over toward the right side, keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, turn back to center, hands to your hips. And then bring the weight forward to the right foot, tuck the toes to the left. And lift your left knee up off the floor, come into a high lunge stance. Now deep into the right knee, left leg towards straight, left heel lifted behind, pull the left hip forward, right hip back, keep your hips squared like this. And keep your torso upright. Now bring your hands to your low back, palms open, fingers spread wide, shoulders back, elbows wide. Keep your chest open. We're going to go back and forth from here to balancing. So when you're ready, bring the weight forward to the right foot. Now left heel to right knee, just hold here, stay balanced. And then sink down, left knee to right calf. And then step it back long, come back to the lunge. Again like that, come forward, left heel to right knee, just hold. And then sink down, left knee to right calf. Step it back into your high lunge. Again, bring it forward, left heel to right knee. And then sink down, left knee to right calf. Step it back long, one more time to the lunge. Bring it forward, left heel to right knee, stay here. And then sink down, left knee to right calf, stay here. And maybe hinge from the hips and sink down lower. Now try to bring your belly toward the right thigh, keep your shoulders back, gaze forward, keep your balance. And then with your next inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your left knee, come all the way upright. And switch this out. Set your left foot down, come to standing with your right knee high. Now dig your left big toe down into the floor, slow your breathing down. And let's take a standing twist. Now just release the left hand, take hold of the outside of your right knee. Draw the right shoulder back, open up your chest to the right, and maybe just stay here, keep yourself upright. If you want to go further, left hand to the outside edge of the right foot, maybe extend the right leg, but stay tall and keep your twist. Now take an inhale here. With the exhale, slowly turn back to center. Now shoulders pull back, hands to the low back. And let's go ahead and move into your figure four. Bring the right ankle across your left thigh. Curl the toes. And then bend your left knee, start to sink down, keep your shoulders pulled back. Now work into that stance, start to feel the stretch in the outer right hip. And then hinge from the hips and come down lower. You can release the hands if you need to, keep them bound if you can. Keep the gaze forward, keep your shoulders pulled back, keep breathing here. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and release your hands down to the floor. And this is where we take the arm balance here. Now, if you need to, you can release the cross the legs, both feet down, and take it to crow. But if you can keep the cross, we'll take it to Galavasana. Either way, set both palms down. Now, for Galavasana, keep that shin high up on your arms and grip the floor with your fingers. Look forward, hips high. Lean forward, take it slow. Now, maybe hover the left foot, that's good enough. Maybe pull that heel up toward your seat, and maybe extend your left leg up and back. Take things to where you can go here. And then when you're ready, go ahead, step it back, fly it back, move through your Vinyasa. Once you find it down dog, move around. And then let's take all that to the other side. With your next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. Now bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, scorpion dog. Work the twist and stack your hips. With an inhale, straighten that left leg through like a dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, forward, knee to left elbow. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow, stay forward like this. Now take it to your fallen triangle. Extend the left leg out to the right side, foot to the floor. Drop the right heel, reach your right arm high, keep your hips lifted. Maybe stay here, keep your gaze up high. Now if you want to take it further, half bind, right arm behind your back, palm facing away. And then keep your left arm straight, but sink your hips about halfway down. Press into both feet, lift back up. And then let your hips sink down. Press the hips up high. One more time, sink the hips. One more time, lift up. Stay lifted, keep looking up, and maybe lift your left foot up off the floor as well. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, turn to center. Right hand down, left foot comes forward, low lunge. And then take it down lower. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Now sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready with an inhale, open this up. Reach up and back, gaze up high, and let your hips sink low to the floor. Now keep lengthening out, keep looking up, keep breathing here. And feel all that length on the right side, from the right knee through to the shoulders. Now as you hold this, just bring your hands behind your head again, interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders back, keep your gaze high, keep your chest open. Work it further with your left leg, so press into your left foot, lean this further back, still looking up. Bend deep into your left knee, sink down and forward. Again, press into your left foot, lean this further back. Bend deep into the left knee, sink down and forward. Press into your left foot, lean this further back, hold here. Keep the right foot kicking down, keep the glutes engaged on the right side. To take it further, just release your left hand. Reach back and down toward the right heel, look down the length of your left arm, and let your chest open up to your left side. Keep breathing here. Right hip still pressing forward, right hip, right foot still kicking down. Take an inhale. With the exhale, just turn to center, hands to your hips. Now bring the weight forward to the left foot, tuck the toes to the right. Lift the right knee, find your high lunge stance. And take a moment just to adjust this. Deepen left knee, right leg towards straight, right hip pulls forward, left hip pulls back. Keep your spine upright. And then bring your hands to your low back, palms open, fingers spread wide, shoulders back, elbows wide. Back and forth from here to balancing. Bring the weight to your left foot. Come forward, right heel to the left knee, just hold your balance. And then sink down, right knee to left calf, stay here. Step it back long, come back to the lunge. Again, bring it forward, right heel to left knee. And then sink down, right knee to left calf. Step it back, high lunge. Bring it forward again, right heel to left knee. Sink down, right knee to left calf. And then step it back to the lunge one more time. Bring it forward, right heel to left knee, stay here. Sink down, right knee to left calf, hold. Now maybe take it deeper, shoulders pulled back, you can hinge from the hips. See about bringing your belly down close to that left thigh, but keep looking forward. Now slowly, with an inhale, straighten your left leg, come up to vertical with the right knee high. And then switch feet, set the right foot down, come to standing with your left knee lifted. Now grip the floor with the right big toe. When you're ready, move into your standing twist. Release your right hand, take hold of the outside of your left knee. And then draw that left shoulder back, work to open up your chest toward the left side. Good enough as long as you're upright here. If you want to go further, reach out right hand to the outside edge of the left foot and maybe extend that leg. All right, slowly turn back to center, left knee lifted, both hands to your low back, elbows wide. Move into your figure four, left ankle crosses the right thigh. Now sink into the figure four, bend the right knee, keep the toes, left foot curled, feel that tension. Keep your shoulders pulled back, keep sinking down, try to fold down over that lifted shin. Keep your gaze forward, keep your chest open, keep breathing. All right, now from here to the arm balance, go ahead and release your hands, bring them down to the floor. Now we'll take Galavasana. If you can keep the cross your legs, if you need to release it, bring both feet down and take crow. But set your palms down flat. And then for your Galavasana, shin stays high up on the arm, kick that foot forward. Now keep your hips high, lean forward, go slow, maybe just hover the right foot. You can pull the heel up toward your seat, or extend the right leg up and back. Take things to where you can go here. And then again, when you're ready, step it back. Fly it back, move through another vinyasa. Once you come into down dog, move around. And then we'll take it to the next sequence. With your next inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left, scorpion dog, stack your hips. With an inhale, straighten that right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow, stay forward like this. And come into your fallen triangle. Right leg extends out to the left. Drop your left heel, reach your left arm high, keep your hips lifted, maybe stay here. If you're going to go further, half bind, left arm behind your back. And then keep the right arm straight, just sink your hips about halfway down. Press into both feet and lift this up. Let the hips sink down. And then press up high again. Let your hips sink down. And then press back up, stay lifted, and maybe pull the right foot up off the floor. Take an inhale. With the exhale, turn to center. Both hands down. Right foot between your hands, low lunge. Now take a look at your low lunge. Be sure your feet on two separate tracks. Hips with distance side to side. Left heel lifted behind. When you're ready, hands to your hips. With an inhale, just come all the way upright to a high lunge stance. Now take a moment to adjust. Right knee stays bent. Left leg towards straight. Pull the left hip forward. Right hip back. Keep your spine upright. And reach your arms up high. Now from here, I'm going to take it back and forth from this position to a reverse warrior. Most of the work is in your left leg. So just drop your left heel. Reach back, lean back, gaze up high. And then reach both arms up. Lift your left heel and square the hips forward. Again, drop the left heel, reverses. Left hand to left thigh, right arm up and back, look up. Both arms high. Lift your left heel and square this forward. Again, drop the left heel down. Open to the side, reverses, lean back. Both arms high. One more time to your high lunge stance. And then again, drop your left heel. Left hand to left thigh, right arm up and back, hold. Now keep your right arm reaching back, keep looking up. But bend that right knee and sink lower to the right hip if you can. Keep breathing with this. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just bring your torso upright. Left hand to your hip, right arm reaches forward. Look past the right palm. Now stay open to your left side like this. We'll take a triangle stance. Straighten your right leg. Bump the left hip back. Now reach the right arm forward. Lean forward as far as you can. And then go ahead, hinge down. Now you can bring the right hand to the right leg. Maybe right hand comes down to the floor. And if you want to use your core here, just keep the right arm inside the right leg without touching the floor. You can bend the elbow if you need to. But keep the arm and leg pressing toward each other so you're open to the side. Now keep your left shoulder high, gaze up high, reach your left arm toward the ceiling. And then try to draw that left shoulder further back. Keep your chest open here and keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring both hands down to the floor inside the right leg. Now bend your right knee completely. Come down to sitting on the right heel. We're going to take skandasana. Left leg straight, heel down, the toe points up toward the ceiling. Left leg extends toward the back of the mat. Now bring both hands in towards center. We're going to switch this back and forth, but before we take this back and forth, go ahead and bring the right arm behind your back, take a half bind. If you need to release that bind, that's fine. Now we're going to switch side to side. Try to keep your hips down as low to the floor as you can. But then come through center, sink down to the left side, right leg straightens out. Back through center, keep your hips low and sink over to the right again. Through center, sink over to the left side, right leg straightens. Back through center, sink low over to the right. Now bring it through center one more time, sink over to the left side, sit on your left heel, right leg extended. Now if you want to take it deeper and slide that right heel further out, the toes point up. Maybe just hold like this. Now, if you can take it down even deeper, see about bringing your left elbow down to the floor. Pull the right shoulder back and open up your chest to the side. Try to stay low inside your left leg. And if you can go deeper still, maybe you can set that left heel down. I can't pull that off myself, but it might be accessible to you. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring both hands to the floor. Now go ahead, frame the left leg with your hands. We're going to use the left foot as your base. Set that left foot flat, pull the right knee into your chest, and then take hold of your right knee and let's curl all the way up to vertical here. Just take it slow. Now once you're up, dig your left big toe down into the floor, slow your breathing down. And then when you're ready, hands to your hips, bring the right knee out to the side and take this into tree pose. Now for that, you bring the right foot somewhere inside the left leg, maybe the ankle, the toes on the floor. If you can come up higher, you can bring the foot to the inner calf. Higher still, maybe bring the foot to the inner thigh. And just keep yourself upright. Dig the left big toe into the floor, keep the right knee to the side. Now hands wherever it keeps you balanced, hips, heart center, maybe reach up. Now, if you're reaching high, try to keep the palms facing, keep your shoulders lifted. And if you can take it a little bit further, go super slow. Look forward, but start to reach and lean over to the right. You don't have to take this too far. And if you can keep moving, bring it up through center. Keep looking forward. Reach and lean to the left. Just take it to where you can. And then one more time, bring it through center. Reach and lean over to the right. Just take it to where you can still balance. Keep looking forward. Keep stretching both arms long. Now slowly, if you're leaning, come back upright. Hands to your hips. Release the right foot, but step it to the front of the mat. Lift your left heel and square the hips forward. Now come forward. Right foot's going to be the base. Come to standing with your left knee high. Take your eagle bind with your legs. Cross the left leg tightly over the right. Now squeeze your legs together. Sink down low. You can always touch that left foot to the floor. And then once you got your balance, reach your arms out wide. We'll take the full pose. Left arm under, right arm over. Cross at the elbows, palms to touch thumbs with your face. Now, if it's too much to get the palms together, just reach across the opposite shoulders and do what works. Either way, keep the arms squeezing. Shoulders down, elbows up. Let your hips sink lower still. Maybe bring your gaze up high. Now, with your next inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your left knee, and switch your stance. Bring the left foot down. That'll be the base. Come to standing with your right knee high. And from here, keep the eagle bind with the arms. We'll take the figure 4. Right ankle crosses your left thigh. Now curl the toes, the right foot, knee to the side. Put a little bend in the left knee. And then to take it further, start to hinge from the hips. Go slow. Keep your gaze forward. Come down as low as you can over that lifted shin and just take things to where you can go right now. And then go ahead, release your arm bind. Bring your fingertips down to the floor, and this is where we'll take the arm balance. Now for Galavasana, keep your legs crossed. If you need to release that, bring your feet down and take crow. Either way, set your palms flat, dig your fingertips down. If you're going to take Galavasana, keep that shin pressing into both arms. Look forward, keep your hips up high. As you lean, see about hovering your left foot. Maybe pull the heel toward your seat. And maybe extend your left leg up and back. Take this to where you can. And then once you're ready, go ahead and take it through another Vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, move around and breathe. Let's even things out. With the next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. Bend the left knee, hang the left foot right, come into your scorpion dog. With an inhale, straighten this out, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, forward, knee to left elbow. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow, stay forward. Now, fallen triangle, extend that left leg out to the right side. Drop the right heel, reach your right arm high, keep your hips lifted, maybe stay here. If you're going to move, right arm behind your back, half bind, keep the shoulder pulled back. Left arm stays straight, but let your hips sink about halfway down. Press into both feet, lift back up. Let your hips sink down again. And then press back up, keep looking up. Sink your hips down. Now press up one more time and maybe lift your left foot up off the floor as well. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, turn to center, right hand forward, left foot forward between your hands. Come into low lunge and make sure your feet are set on 2 separate tracks, hips width distance side to side. Right heel stays lifted behind. Take your high lunge when you're ready. Hands to your hips. Come all the way to upright. Now pull the right hip forward, left hip back. Be sure your hips are squared. Keep your spine upright. Reach the arms up high, palms facing in. Back and forth from here to that reverse warrior. Just drop the right heel, right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back. Look up toward the ceiling. And then both arms high, lift the right heel and square your hips forward. Again, drop the right heel, right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back, gaze up high. Reach up with both arms, lift your right heel and square this forward. Right heel down, open to the right side, reach back, lean back, look up toward the ceiling. And then one more time, square it forward, lift the right heel. Now drop the right heel back to that reverse warrior, right hand to your right thigh, reach long to that left arm, keep looking up. Now keep the bend in the left knee, try to sink lower into that left hip and keep breathing. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, bring your torso upright, right hand to your hip, left arm reaching forward, look past your left hand. Straighten your left leg, take this as a triangle stance. Now bump the right hip back, reach to that left arm, lean forward as far as you can. And then bring the left hand down. Now maybe onto the left leg, maybe down to the floor. And if you just want to use your core here, press your left arm into your left leg, maybe bend the elbow. But keep everything open to the right side. Reach your right arm high. Pull the right shoulder back and keep your chest open. Keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your left knee, bring both hands down inside the left leg. Come into Skandasana. So lift your left heel and sit on that heel. Right leg extended toward the back, heel down, the toes point up, stay low. Now go ahead, bring your hands into the center of the mat. And then we're going to go back and forth from here. If you can take it further, use a half bind, left arm behind your back, right hand will stay down. Now try to keep your hips low as we switch back and forth. So bring it through center. Come down to the right heel, left leg extended, toes pointed up. Switch it out. Move through center over to your left side. Back through center, sink down over to the right again. Bring it through center, come down over to the left. Now back through center, sink down to the right, we'll settle in here. Now just stay low. You can slide that left heel further out, keep the toes pointed up. See about bringing that right elbow down to the floor. Use that bound left arm, drop the left shoulder back, maybe set the right foot flat if you're able to take it there, but stay low inside the right thigh. Keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring both hands down to the floor. Now hands around the right leg, set your right foot flat, that'll be the base. Pull the left knee to your chest. Now take hold of your left knee, let's round this all the way up to vertical. Now keep the right big toe down on the floor, so you're breathing down. Hands to your hips when you're ready. Bring the left knee to the side and take this into tree. So left foot at the ankle, the toes on the floor, maybe. If you can come up higher, bring the foot to the calf. Otherwise, avoid the knee and bring the foot to the inner thigh. So left knee out to the side, be sure you're balanced. Hands at the hips or heart center, or maybe reach up. Now, if you're reaching high, keep your shoulders lifted. If you want to go further, just a little bit of movement, take it slow. But as you look forward, start to lean, reach and lean over to the left, but keep your balance. You don't have to go too far. Keep looking forward, reach and lean over to the right. I'm not sure if we're going to pull it off this time. One more time, bring it through center. Reach and lean to your left side. And just keep your balance here. Keep breathing. All right, slowly, if you're leaning, come back upright. Woo! Hands to your hips. Release the left foot and step it to the front of the mat. Lift your right heel, square the hips forward. And then when you're ready, left foot's going to be your base. Come to standing with your right knee high. And take your eagle bind with your legs. Right leg crosses tightly over the left. Now, as the legs squeeze together, let your hips sink down. You can always touch that right foot to the floor to take it further, or if you need the support, I should say. For the arm bind, arms out wide. Now, this time it's going to be right arm under, left arm over, cross the elbows, palms to touch, thumbs with your face, or you can always reach to the shoulders. Now, keep your arms squeezing, shoulders down, elbows up. Maybe look up. Keep your legs squeezing, maybe sink your hips down even lower. Now with your next inhale, straighten your left leg, lift your right knee. And then to switch feet, right foot will be the base. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now once you got your balance on this foot, cross the left ankle over your right thigh, find your figure four. And then start to bend the right knee and sink down. Keep the arms squeezing. Hinge from the hips, come down as low as you can over that lifted shin. Just take it slow and take it to where you can go right now. All right, now when you're ready, go ahead and release your hands down to the floor. Let's take the arm balance. Now for Galavasana, keep the legs crossed. If you can take crow, go ahead and release the left foot. But either way, bring both palms down, grip the floor. Now bring that left shin high up on the arms for Galavasana. Kick it forward. Look forward, lean, hips high. Maybe just hover the right foot. Maybe pull the heel toward your seat. And maybe extend the leg up and back. Again, take things to where you can go here. When you're ready, step it back, flat back, move to your last vinyasa. All right, now from your down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bring your knees down to the floor, come into all fours. We're going to take this into Galavasana. So once you're down, bring the right knee forward toward the center of the mat. Right foot out to the left. You're going to cross your legs here. Bring that left knee in tight behind the right. Now as you squeeze your legs together, bring the feet out wide. And then bring yourself down to a seat between your heels. Now if your hips are tight, you need to back off. You can also do this with the left leg extended and the right leg crossed over. Bring both sit bones down. Now for the arm bind, take it from below first. Right arm crosses your low back, palm facing away. With your left hand, reach back. You can find the wrist, the elbow, anything in between. But draw that right shoulder back. Keep your chest open. Sit this up tall. And this could be plenty right here. If you want the full arm bind, bring that right hand up between the shoulder blades. Left arm from above. And see about finding that grip somewhere in between. Now wherever you take this to, keep your shoulders pulled back, chest open. Legs squeezed together, press your feet into the floor and just breathe with this here, whatever combination of stretches you can put yourself into. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release the arm bind. Set your hands down behind you, lean back, untangle your legs. And then just cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, back to all fours. And we'll take all that on the other side. So when you're ready, bring your left knee forward to the center of the mat. Left foot over to the right. Pull the right knee in, squeeze your legs together tight, bring your feet out wide. And as you're squeezing, come down and find that seat between your heels again. And you can also do this with the right leg extended, left leg crossed over, wherever you take it to. Get both sit bones down. Now for the arm bind, from below, left arm crosses your low back, palm face away. Reach with the right hand, find the wrist, the elbow, whatever you can grip, but draw that left shoulder back, keep your chest open again. Sit this up tall. If you're going to take it further, left hand up between the shoulder blades, right arm from above. And again, see about finding that grip in between. Keep your chest open. Keep your legs squeezing toward each other. Keep your feet pressing down. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release the arm bind again. Hands down behind you. Lean back, untangle the legs. Come all the way down onto your back. And bring your knees into your chest. Squeeze everything in tight. Once you're ready, just bring your feet down to the floor. We'll take one long round of back bending here. Now I'm going to start the kundalini out with bridge and lead it into wheel. You can always take wheel from the beginning if you want to hold it longer, And you don't have to take things any further than bridge if that's where you want to stay. But either way, feet, knees, hips with distance, bring your heels in close. Start with your low back basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down, keep your gaze high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press in your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, and hold that lift. And this is good enough, but if you want to take your bridge deeper, you can bring your hands under your hips, maybe interlace the fingers. You can pull the palms toward each other. Maybe work your shoulders further behind your back and open up your chest even more. Now, if you can take it further still, if you got the reach, you can hold your ankles and use that grip to lift the hips still higher. But if you want to take this up to wheel, keep the hips lifted like this and release your hands. So the hands come down around your head. Press into the floor. You can lift to the crown of your head first. And then, whenever you're ready, press your hips toward the ceiling. Open up your chest toward the back of the mat. Now, keep your glutes squeezing. Keep your hips lifting. For either pose, if you feel it too much in the low back, you can always pick your heels up. But hold that tension in the glutes and across the upper back so the shoulder blades press toward each other to open your chest. And just keep your breathing long and smooth here. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, bring everything back down to the mat. Once you're down, pull your knees into your chest. Just squeeze things in tight. And then go ahead, release your left leg, extend it out fully. Left arm down to your side. Right arm inside the right leg, take hold of your big toe. Now, once you got that, well, actually, no, take hold of the outside edge of the right foot. We're taking half happy baby here. So go ahead, stack the right ankle above the right knee. Bring the left hand to the inside edge of your foot. Now, pull down with both hands. Try to bring the knee to the floor, but press the foot back up into your hands at the same time. And just keep the tension working both directions. Work that stretch in the inner right thigh. Breathe here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release your grip. Draw both knees in for a moment. And then go ahead and switch the side. Extend your right leg straight, right arm down at your side. Left hand to the outside edge of your left foot. Now go ahead and stack your left ankle above the knee. Bring the right hand to the inside edge of your foot. And then pull down with both hands. Try to bring the knee toward the floor, but push the foot back up at the same time. Take a deep inhale. Now at the exhale, just release your right hand. Let's take the full pose. Draw the right knee in. And then just find that grip on both sides. Hands to the outside edges of the feet. Ankles above the knees. Pull down. As you're pulling down, push your feet back up. Work to flatten your spine. Now if you want to take it further, you can rock this a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, when you're ready, take a deep inhale here. Draw down as much as you can. With the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here. Let your body sink down into the mat for a moment. When you're ready here, to start to move bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your hip. And then pull it all back in, bring the elbows toward your chest. Draw your knees up as well. And just take your time. Find your way out to a comfortable seat. And then just ground yourself into the mat here, sack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale. Hold on to it at the top. And then just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.